It's time to get swifty with another beer, folks. I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this video. And we are looking at Victory Brewing's 21st Birthday IPA. Victory celebrating their 21st year of brewing. Not a whole lot of info on this one, other than that used whole flower hops. And let's see, 6.1% alcohol by volume, ale being an IPA. Yeah, that's kind of standard. India Pale Ale. So not a whole lot of info, but for 21 years in the brewing business, got great expectations of this one. We've seen a couple of breweries finish off their 20th birthday last year. Stone made a big deal of it. The other one escapes me right now, but apparently Victory had their 20th birthday last year because this 21st birthday is this year. So a lot of these smaller breweries that have become bigger, that people are more aware of, they've been around for a lot longer than we thought. I say we as in those of us who weren't aware they existed until they penetrated our local markets. So this is a nice pale yellow, cloudy beer. Slightly effervescent. Actually, I'd say moderately effervescent. There's plenty of bubbles coming up through there. It is somewhat flocculent. There are some flecks floating around in there, which makes me wonder if it was unfiltered or just had active yeast cultures. Could be either of the two. I'm assuming unfiltered because unfiltered seems to be the trend in IPAs right now. A lot of the particulates that get left in there actually enhance the flavor. Now, if you look, it's all those little flaky, flecky floaties. Try saying that 3 times fast. I know you probably could because you're probably more sober than I am. I've never been a fan of beer with stuff floating in it. I've come to appreciate that those particulates do enhance the flavor in some of these brews, so I'm starting to come around, but I just can't get over the visual of having those flakes float around in the beer. It looks like, I don't know, it looks just unappetizing. But I mean, this is a fresh beer. It says to enjoy it by June. 12th of June, 2017. And because I might not post this video until later, it is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. So we're definitely well within the freshness date. So this has nothing to do with that. That is how the beer is supposed to look. But enough about that and my own little idiosyncrasies. Idiosyncratic tendencies. Anyway, enough about my hang-ups about flocculent beer, because I am starting to get over them. It's got a nice hoppy aroma. Nothing really distinct coming through just yet. Now, I always see people describe things as dank, and the only thing I can think of with dank is musty and wet. And not musty in a bad way. It's got a distinct mustiness about it, which I think that would lend itself towards earthiness in terms of the notes that we tend to pick up on for hops. Let's say earthy. Hint of citrus, pine, and floral in there. Just a hint. It's all kind of coming together to produce this complex overall hoppy bitterness, but down the hatch. That is hoppy. It's got a nice, distinctly medium mouthfeel. You don't notice the flex at all. There's no chunks in there. It's got a nice medium mouthfeel. It's got a decent backbone to it. I'm not getting any particular notes, though. I'm not getting any particular maltiness from it, just an overall fact that it's got a nice strong backbone. There is some grainy taste and texture to it, but not getting any like wheat or roasted or chocolate notes. Obviously not tending towards the darker malts because of the color and look of the beer and the fact that it's an IPA. In terms of the hop profile, though, nothing really distinct coming through. Just an overall hoppiness. I mean, I'm still getting a lot of the earthy characteristic. Nothing else really distinct coming through. Just mildly earthy, but overall just a nice hoppy bitterness. Might be just a combination of everything. It is definitely got a fresh taste to it. I think the whole flower hop actually lends it to a more fresh taste and maybe a more distinct hoppiness. But overall, I'm not getting a whole lot off of it. What I'm really wondering about, though, is in the aftertaste, there is this sweet, doughy, cake-like flavor. Now, they don't mention it specifically on the label, but I know that some other birthday beers, it was the Dogfish Head one, their 20th anniversary brew, they tried to make it taste like cake. And it did have this cake with cream cheese frosting, or not cream cheese, cake with buttercream frosting flavor that came through in the finish. And I don't know if it was the power suggestion, pardon, or if it was actually a manipulation of the flavor profile. But again, I'm getting something very distinctly birthday cake-like coming through in the finish. They don't mention that taste specifically on the label. I mean, they've got the nice little visual there, the cake with the 21st candles. It might, again, be power of suggestion, but in the finish, I am getting a very sweet, cake-like flavor, and just cream cheese. I keep saying cream cheese. Buttercream frosting. And I don't, again, I hope that flavor is actually there and that I'm not just fooling myself into thinking it is based on the visual on the bottle and my previous experience with the Dogfish Head beer. So do me a favor, let me know I'm not going insane. Hit me up in the comments and the email link down below. Let me know what you think of this beer and what kind of flavors came through for you. Overall, imagined or real, that cake flavor with the buttercream, hey, I got it right that time, frosting is there for me, and that is a different taste experience. It's not unique because I did get it from the Dogfish Head beer, their 20th anniversary one, but it is definitely different, and I'm surprised by it. That alone means I have to rate this at a 3.5 out of 5 because it did surprise me. Otherwise, it's just a very nicely rounded hop blend in a decent beer with a nice malt backbone that doesn't have any distinct flavor, but just an overall hoppy beer. But that cake flavor is coming through in the finish. And again, real or imagined, it's there for me right now. Let me know that I'm not crazy, please. Or if you tell me I am crazy, that's fine too. But I'd like to know what other people's impressions of this beer are. So anyway, a 3.5 out of 5 for me. While you're down there commenting on my level of sanity, make sure to hit me up with a like and a share, and subscribe. That way, when you subscribe to the video feed, you'll get a new notification every time a new video is posted. Till next time, folks. Cheers and happy birthday, Victory. back. We did a bit of a comparison with the Not Your Father's Hard Root Beer review.
Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for the beer, man. So, highly recommended by you. The Extreme Beer Fest this weekend. We'll be able to get a hold of, I believe it's the American